Hi and welcome. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the implementation of my hybrid 5th grade ELA R course, where we're going to focus on narrative writing. This course is going to help students develop their writing and build confidence overall as authors. And I've designed this course in Canvas using a page-based layout instead of the modules to support the younger learners. So let's go ahead and take a look. Right here is our home page. This is where they're going to go first, and it's going to be like the central hub of the course. So since Canvas can kind of feel overwhelming, I've taken off some of the buttons for the younger students so that it's better for them to navigate. And we're going to be using pages instead of modules to better support them. So the students can click directly on any of these links. And I've also created a welcome slide where I kind of introduced myself and I explained the course and how it works. And I will be showing students how to navigate the content, and I will also be explaining to them in person how to walk through Canvas before expecting them to work it all by themselves. So this course is going to follow the hybrid model with learning split 50-50. So we will be having in-person and online learning, and this will help support all of our learners, including students with IEPs. So when we go ahead and we go through, we can first start clearly by start here. And this will take students to an introduction page where they can get to know me, they can see my contact information and my office hours, and it goes ahead and it also, helps build a learning community, and it starts to tell you what this course is about, which is the hybrid ELA course where they will learn to write strong narrative writings. And then at the bottom, I've included a link where they can go to the next course. So I make it the next page where I make it very simple. So this will be the course introduction, and this page is just going to help them understand the journey that's ahead. It includes the to-dos for the first, which are step-by-step for the first week. And this structure is going to help students stay focused and build independence from day to day. So again, when we go to the next, we will then see our course level outcomes. And this page will again clearly state what we want the students to do and in student-friendly terms. These goals will help guide all of the instruction throughout the course, and students will know exactly what success is going to look like for them and how their work's going to be measured. So then when we go over here to that next page, we'll get our schedule. And our schedule is very simple. It's broken out into a 5-week course. And this is going to be what takes them back using the home page. It's going to also give them what they need week by week. So when you go in and you look at your first weekly page, they're all organized the exact same way to help build routine for students. So you're going to see at the very top the course level outcomes, and then you're going to have a checklist of the things to do. So they will start by watching any of the mini lessons or videos. They will then see what we're going to be completing in class, what will be the online practice, and any of the writing activities or self-checks that they'll have to do along with their weekly assessment, what that will look like. So the lesson videos are embedded into the slides to reduce any extra clicks. So the students might have short videos on story elements, things how to revise and edit, how to plan, all with direct links to either Google Slides, YouTube, or built in through Canvas itself. So again, like in the first assignment here, you would click the story map and it's going to show you exactly what they will be needing, and it's a direct link for the students to use. This setup is going to support a mix of, both student-led and teacher-led learning. Students are going to complete the pre-learning tasks online and engage in their collaboration and feedback in class, and then apply their learning independently through the online practice. So through this, you can see that there are resources for the week. Students are able to then click on a resource button, which will take them directly to resources for what week, and they're clearly labeled. So if we go into the first week 1 where we're looking at plot diagrams, you're going to then see our class notes, and that'll be a quick reference for them to be able to utilize as well. So when you click on home again, you can go to the following weeks. So we can go ahead and take a look at week 2. This will be the brainstorm and planning. Again, this is set up exactly like week 1, so it's very easy for the students to follow, very easy for them to see what they have to do first, what we will be doing in class, and then what their online practice is going to be. Again, you can see now that they would be writing their own they would be taking their own ideas based on what they learned from plot in the previous week to then start their own narrative writing. Again, they are then going to complete the same tool that they used in week 1, but again, for their own writing. So it's pretty straightforward, pretty easy to follow. When we take a look specifically at the resource page, you can see again that it's divided into the weeks. This will be an ongoing page of adding things as we need to. So there are going to be things like writing checklists, anchor charts that go over a variety of different things, notes, mentor text links will all be found on our resource page whenever the students will need support. So through this model and through this Canvas, I used the ADDIE model, which that's what the entire course was developed on, which was analysis. I identified that the 5th graders really needed more structure with their structured support in writing specifically. And then we went on to the design piece where I took experience of blending online mini lessons and in-class coaching and some digital practices to help support their needs. And then all of the materials from the videos and the lessons for writing were built in, and they were very clearly put into place with them in mind. So I'm going to, for implementation, I'll be using Canvas to deliver these online lessons, and I'll facilitate and shared in person with them through different things such as writing groups, brainstorming groups. You can see in week 2 here that the plan is to have, maybe it was in week 3, but the plan is to have, editing and revising groups or working in small groups. Students will draft stories into chunks with their teacher during the drafting phase. So we'll be using a hybrid approach. And then the evaluation is I'm going to be assessing the students through their writing samples, through the teacher conferences that we're having in class, and through any of their course assessments during the course. My role for this course is going to be part presenter, part facilitator, and part coach, because I'll be teaching writing strategies, guiding them through revision and editing processes, and helping each student grow their own narrative voice. So that is a quick look into my hybrid course. Thank you. Again, the goal of this is just to have students grow with their narrative writing so that every student can view themselves as a writer.